Welcome back to the Lemmings Hall of Fame level solving commentary video series, and we're going to be finishing up the rest of the gold rank here. So, first up, Gold 21, Can't Hold Us, by Macklemore, R. Lewis, and, Macklemore, R. Lewis, and R. Dalton. I reckon it's Macklemore, maybe Lewis as well, and possibly even Dalton, but yeah, I honestly am not certain with the last two. And I might have heard this song before, but I am not certain. I would have to listen to it, yeah, to be sure. But anyway. Alright, this one, I remember this one being not too bad. It is a pretty nice level from what I remember, but I think I remember this one being pretty backgroundable in pre-testing. And it might have been the case in early testing as well. Yeah, when there was a public demo, I believe. Anyway, jump with the first lemming, and then same thing with the second, and with the third. So just 3 lemmings. Okay. And then turn the first lemming, on the right, with a walker, where we're gonna go ahead and platform up the water gap before anyone else arrives. So as you can see, he finishes with a bit of time to spare here. Okay, and then we also platform up this tiny gap. Okay, and then we jump with the next one over this gap, and then over the racket as well. Yeah, so as you can see, the crowd is coming, and but the workers are like far ahead to like prepare the work and stuff. Yeah, so here we go ahead and have him drop, and then we assign him a glider who will land on top of this dart here and platform to the right. And then for let me just make sure here. Yes, and then we keep on platforming with this guy. Yeah, maybe I should zoom out here a little. And then, yeah, I stopped this platformer with a basher. Okay, and then platform up this gap. And then, yeah, this platformer finishes around here. And it's a safe fall, plenty of leeway. Okay, next one is coming. Yeah, who is a non-glider, and he overtakes the glider. So we're gonna go ahead and platform up this gap. While this guy falls on top of the racket here, and we jump with the lemming that's in front of this 2 lemming group. Yeah, to get him across this gap. Yeah, and yeah, they would have reached it at the time when the platformer was done. But in any case, yeah, this glider will fence through the racket and then stop him with shimmer. And then we're gonna go ahead and platform here. Yeah, because this it's like borderline, I think, but I think it's actually a safe fall. But anyway, I platform it and I stop him with a fencer. Yeah, then again, it might be a fatal fall because yeah, I think that's the reason why I platformed there. But yeah, in any case, we don't want them going past the racket, so yeah, that's why I stopped the platformer early. And yeah, I can see that Strato took the sucker traps from the Oh No Bubble set. And yeah, these balls here that fill up the racket, that's for background fixing because yeah, I think before when the balls weren't here, it was possible for the I believe the fencer to stop or basher probably. Then again, I think the basher will keep on going. I think it's the fencer is to stop that from happening. And so, as a result, yeah, the fencer will just keep on going rather than stop. Yeah, but in any case, that's it. So, slider, platformer, and fencer left over. So, yeah, and then I max out the release rate pretty late here. Yeah, for the last, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, the last 10 lemmings here. So yeah, and just the hard part here is just getting the workers far ahead to prepare the route before the others arrive, and before they get into danger. Go 22. Heroes of Our Time. Dragon Force and Mans. Zimmerlo. Yeah, I am not familiar with these two, I don't think. So I don't know this song either. Alrighty. So here we have a one-way force field and a one-way wall. And yeah, the force field points in the opposite direction, the one-way arrows. Quite honestly, I don't remember if the level was like this before, or that's like the result, maybe background fixing. But no, I think that's an intentional design by Strato. Okay, so we go ahead and build with the first lemming that reaches the edge. And then the next one will become a swimmer, and then the one behind him will shoot a laser. So just appears to be like a basically climbing and then shimming to get over the top. And then yeah, the swimmer will also become a climber. Yeah, and then there's a spot pad here. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and zoom out. And then build with the swimmer climber here. Yeah, this is to prevent falling onto the splat pad and then splatting. But if you walk into it, then it's harmless. Then go ahead and bash on through here. Oh, something else happened. So I stopped the basher with Shimir. Okay, and then go ahead and build from the other side now. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and shoot a laser through the one-way wall. Yeah, because the arrows are pointing to the left. And it ignores the one-way force field, so the laser is able to keep on going. Yeah, but because he's going in the opposite direction of the force field, yeah, he bounces back to the right. No, so it looks like we don't climb it and shimmy to get up there. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Oh, maybe the last thing to do is just to like go to reach the exit. Yes, okay, yeah. I honestly do not remember doing a solution like this. Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've seen plenty of these levels, so I don't really remember my solutions anymore. Shimmer, slider, climber, and a builder left over. So this is probably very likely a background here. But again, as mentioned, Strato hasn't really gone to fixing any like solutions that he deems back routes. Yeah, ever since he released the pack a little over a year ago. Go 23, Sacrificed by Elton John. Yeah, and as mentioned, yeah, I know Elton John, but I do not know the song of his. And yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that I pretty much love all things Elton John. Yeah, I really love his music. He has like a lot of well-written songs. Yeah, many of which are my favorites. And this one had a pretty bad background during pre-testing. I might have backrouted it a couple of times actually. But I know I backrouted it pretty badly at least once. Okay, bash on through here. And yeah, this looks to be fatal, but yeah, it is saved by like 2 pixels, I believe. Okay, bash on through here. Okay, and then I go ahead and mine here. Yeah, I do believe this is a safe fall, but I go ahead and put a blocker, so to turn everybody to the right. Okay, and then I go ahead and jump with a lemming to get over this one-way wall. Okay, where he will mine. And then I build to stop them. Yeah, and this is low enough for the others to step up later on and go to the exit. And then finally just fence through the one-way wall. And then we just built to release the crowd. Yep, and that's already it. So 4 jumpers, 3 shimmers, 3 gliders, a bomber, and a laser. So definitely seems to be a pretty bad background here still. The intended way is probably like way more convoluted than what you see here. And then I just bombed the blocker, but you can just nuke him as well. It doesn't really matter. Go 24. The well lempered clavier. Clavier. Yeah, I don't even know. And then J.S. Bach. So Johann Sebastian Bach. So a very well known composer back in the days. Yeah, definitely wrote a lot of great music. And I do believe I nominated this level for Level of the Year for last year. Set up a climber and another climber as well. And platform. Yeah, this is Splatfall, so yeah, so just Splatfall, Splat height, so yeah, he needs a floater. And then platform up the water gap. And then we make him a slider. Yeah, so that he goes up the other way. And then bash onto the one-way wall. So yeah, just gets the stuff done before anyone gets killed or anything. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and shimmy to get over the exit. Yeah, the next one's coming as well. So we will do the same thing by shimmy. Okay, and then we bomb a follower here. Yeah, to make a hole for the slider to get into. Okay, platform up the gap. And then mine down. And yeah, he narrowly avoids the steal, but yeah, it does not stop him. He keeps on going. And then we're gonna go ahead and bash on through. And you notice the design here, the steel pretty much essentially represents the black keys of a piano. Yeah, I know some max out the release, right? Let's do that. Yeah, I did it pretty early, okay. Alrighty, and then we're gonna go ahead and shoot a laser. And then finally, plop them up the gap. Yep, and that's already it. So a shimmer and a digger left over. And did I actually save Strato's intended way here? I think this is Strato's solution, but I honestly have no idea. Oh no, Limpar's Steel is it this one? No, so oh, it's not the right level title anyway. Okay. No, never mind. Looks like I don't have it. Or I might have just saved it in the for the level of the year. I could probably check that pretty quickly though. Yeah, let's see. Level of the year. Yeah, it was last year. Well. Okay, I think it was just one of the, mixed levels, but, I honestly do not know which one it is. I mean, I could probably, like, guess as to which one it is. Yeah, given that Strato's level, it's probably like near the end of the rank or so. Okay, so it looks like it's mixed 4. Yeah, so he becomes a climber and a slider, and then another climber, and then yeah, he gets a floater. So he digs here. Yeah, and then this slider will shimmy with the underside of the platform and bridge, platform up the water gap, and then bash onto the one-way wall. Yeah, so as you can see, it's similar to mine, except the who gets what at the beginning is a bit different. And then the digger is used here. Yeah, I believe I spared that one in my solution. Okay, then shimmy to get over the exit, and then same thing with the other one. Okay, bomb the faller, or the floater. Okay, platform up the water gap. Okay, bind down. And then bash towards the crowd. Yeah, and as you can see, don't think we've heard this before, but this is just a combination of two tracks of Stratos from Lemmings War Tour. So for the L2 Pillar Classic graphic set, yeah, that's the track that we'll play on this level. Yeah, with those two Lemmings War Tour tracks combined together. So platform of the water, platform of the gap, and then finally shoot the laser. So in this case, it doesn't really matter, of course. You could either shoot the laser first and then platform, or platform first and then shoot the laser. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, this uses all the tools in the Strato's intended way here. Yeah, and of course I didn't really have to do it, but I honestly did remember saving Strato's intended solution somewhere, and I do bear it was part of the low of the year from last year. So yeah, I just wanted to show off the intended way here. Go 25 Sandstorm by Darude. Don't even know who that is, and do not know the song as well. Okay, yeah, now I need to go back to the Lemmings Hall of Fame folder. Let's go. Okay, so either one or two or something, except for the platformers, where we had 10 of them. So this is pretty similar to a level from the previous video. Yeah, where there's a hatch at the bottom and another hatch at the top. Okay, so we go ahead and bomb, and this creates a tiny hole in which the Lemmings can get in, and if we go ahead and bash, get them out. Yeah, you could also do the same thing on the other side, I believe. Yeah, I think it's a tiny hole they can get into, but because of the one-way arrows going in the other direction, you wouldn't be able to get them out. Okay, and then go ahead and advance through the Sphinx here. Okay, jump with a Lemming to get on top, and then jump again, and then make him a swimmer. Okay, platform up the gap, takes 2 platformers. Okay, shimmy to get over the other side. Oop. Yeah, so he stops here, yeah. Fair to realize that. And yeah, gonna go ahead and dig before the trap trigger. Yeah, this is a safe fall for him. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and dig down and then mine. Okay, and then platform up the water gap. Takes 3 platformers here. So now we're gonna go ahead and release them. Now that we're able to destroy the one-way wall. Yeah, and we do that by bashing. So there we go. Crowd is free. So now we just platform up these gaps as we go up the steps. Yep, and that's it. So just a stacker left over here. So it seems that it's nearly intended. Yeah, just I was efficient here by being able to save a skill. But yeah, a pretty nice level, nevertheless. Go 26 Maniac by Michael Sembello. I don't know if this is the Maniac that I've been hearing on the radio. And I'm not sure if it's Michael Sembello as well. Yeah, I don't even think I've heard that name somewhere, but I might have. Yeah, the one I'm thinking was, she's a maniac, maniac. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's that one. Yeah, on the other hand, there might be a lot of songs, yeah, called Maniac, but yeah, the one that I've heard is the one that I just did a short rendition of. But again, I don't know if it's this one, if it's that particular one. So here we start out with a max release rate, with a maxed release rate, sorry, and then bash with the third Lemming. Yeah, and then put a blocker. Yeah, so that only 2 go on ahead. So the basher gets released by the basher. platform up this gap here, so these two can keep on going. Okay, stone to make a platform for the other. Yeah, and it will also be a platform for the crowd as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and climb to get out of the dumbbell. And then go ahead and platform, and then build. So now he gets to the other side. Okay, and dig down at the edge. Okay, and then stop him with a shimmer. So just gets him down safely. Okay, and then platform to get to the other side. Bash on through. And then, yeah, I build into the wall so that he turns around. Yeah, otherwise he's just gonna climb and leave the level side here. Okay, build to seal off the gap here. And then we're just gonna go ahead and build twice to reach the exit. Okay, and then finally all that's left to do is to simply bash to release the crowd, and that's it. So a pretty nice level here. And 4 shimmers and 2 diggers left. So doesn't seem exactly intended either, but seems to be a very acceptable solution. Go 27, start me up by the Rolling Stones. And there is a talisman here, complete without using jumpers. Pedestrian version. Okay, I don't even know if I saved that, to be honest. And I believe I might have tried for it long after I've already solved the level. Yes, it does look like I do have one. But yeah, let me just go ahead and show both of them then. Okay, so this can be one of the hardest levels of the pack as well. You are pretty limited on skills here, even with the builders after you collect the pickups. So we go ahead and jump with the lemming from this entrance. And then jump again. And then we dig here. And then jump to get over this. So yeah, he is able to fall while spotting here. It's close to spot height. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and stack here. Yeah, so now the crowd is contained from this entrance. Okay, platform up this gap. Okay, and now this, now he's perfectly contained as well. And then, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and mine through the one-way wall here, and then go ahead and platform. Yeah, and he has more than enough time to finish up before the others arrive. So 2 platformers, and then I go ahead and make him jump so that he does not turn around. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mine. Yeah, and then fence to get underneath the ball trap here. So there you have it. And then, yeah, fence through here. And then stop him mid-stroke with a jumper. I think, yes. Oop. I dug here. Then there's something else come in. No. And then fence this crowd free, and that's it. So this is a solution without using the or without collecting the builder pickups. Yeah, I believe it's certainly possible to collect them and still finish the level. But yeah, this one seems to be a pretty bad back route. Yeah, and also with plenty of jumpers and shimmers left over. And also a climber and platformer left as well. Okay, so that's a solution with jumpers. Now, I believe this one should be the talisman solution. Yeah, let's see if that's true. Okay, so I start the same here, dig. Yeah, this gets the next one down safely. Yeah, put it away. Okay, platform up this gap. And then stop the digger with a shimmer. Yeah, finishes just in the nick of time before the next one arrives and slips on through. Okay, stack here with the second lemming. Yeah, only one lemming will go on ahead now. So yes, this does seem to be the talisman solution. and then mine through, and then platform. Yeah, so 2 platformers. Okay, and then mine, and then fence to get past the ball trap again. Okay, and then fence here. Stop him mid-stroke. Sorry. With a shimmer. Okay, fence through the stack. Max out the release spray, and then dig to release this group, and that's it. So yeah, no jumpers here, and then this time 3 shimmers, a climber, and a platformer left over, while also still not collecting the builder pickups. So either way, this is probably like a back route as well. Yeah, even though it's a talisman solution of no jumpers. But even that, it's like I said, I still consider this one of the hardest levels of the pack. Yeah, it's still not very easy to go about solving the low. Go 28, Howling at the Moon by Milo. Yeah, don't even know who that is, and don't know the song either. I don't remember if this one was back routed before. Let's go. Yeah, it might have been, but yeah, I honestly do not recall at all. Yeah, second one becomes a blocker. Plop him up the water gap here. Yeah, he turns around, makes a detour here. And then plop him up twice here. Yeah, this time he does not turn around. Okay, and then plop him up that gap. He turns around. Okay, platform again. Okay, bash on through. And then shoot a laser. Okay, and then platform twice to reach the exit. Okay, and then I just simply mine the blocker free, and I stop him with a shimmer, and that's it. Ooh, this one is a pretty bad back route then. Yeah, with a lot of skills left over. So goodness knows why this hasn't even been patched yet. Yeah, unless Strato intended it to be pretty open-ended, which I highly doubt, considering that you are allowed 2 losses here. Go 29, Super Trooper or Chopper. Yeah, I honestly don't know how it is. If it's Trooper or Chopper. And this is ABBA. Yeah, again, I recognize ABBA, but I don't know the song on theirs. Let's go. Okay, so 3 entrances here, and plenty of shimmers and swimmers. Well, very little everything else. Okay, so mine here with Lemming from the left entrance. And then, yeah, I go ahead and hit me with the second Lemming. Yeah, going out to the left. Okay, so this entrance is now merged with this one. Consolidated. Okay, max out the release rate. Okay, make him a climber. And then make him jump once he's high enough so that he climbs up the other wall over here. Okay, bash on through the one-way wall. Okay, shimmy. So that, yeah, he lands on this nook here. And then goes back out to the left. And then we're gonna go ahead and make him shimmy the other way. Yeah, who's gonna, yeah, build to get to the exit here. Yeah, 2 builders is required. And then, yeah, I go ahead and shoot a laser with a Lemming at the bottom here. And then, yeah, I go ahead and build with the next Lemming behind the laser. Yeah, and then, yeah, here I go ahead and use a Lemming that's on top of the staircase to mine, so that the builder keeps on going rather than stopping. Yeah, because it triggers off the head check. Yeah, and then this is just enough for them to get up. And then finally bash to release the top right entrance, and that's it. So, didn't really use any swimmers and a couple of shimmers. So it's probably still fine, yeah, regardless. So they're just really like athletic skills. But again, what do I know about whether my solution is a background or not? That is for Strato to decide. Alrighty, and then finally, Go Dirty, Coco Jumbo by Mr. President. Don't know who that is, and do not know the song either. And um, I think I remember this one being pretty backgroundable. Yeah, in pre-testing. So yeah, plenty of those had a pretty bad background. Yeah, when I privately pre-tested the pack. Yeah, and there's an anti-splat pad down here. Yeah, in the terrain. Now, so we're gonna go ahead and jump with the first lemming. Yeah, and then platform for a bit probably. Jump with the third lemming, who will glide. Then I go ahead and platform with this lemming. Yeah, they will both go together. Okay, he lands down here. He will shoot a laser. Yeah, so that first platformer does not quite is not quite overland, so therefore he just drowns in the water. Yeah, but the next one, however, finishes in the nick of time. Yeah, to get him overland. Okay, and then jump to get on top of the shovel here. Yeah, and then we jump again. So now we collect a blocker pickup. Yeah, and this comes just at the right time in order to block for the clam trap. Okay, built to seal off the gap here. He will turn around, where we will mine to the beach houses, and then yeah, I also max out the release rate. Alrighty, and now it's just preparing the rest of the way to exit from what it appears. Yeah, he becomes a slider. So we're gonna go ahead and mine here. Yeah, and because of the drop, he slides out the other way, and he glides to be able to land on the exit platform, and then shoot a laser to get the others down. Yep, and then finally, all that's left to do is to bomb the blocker, where we will now get a sacrifice to the clam. Yum yum. And then shoot a laser, and then that's it. So jumper, shimmier, 2 bombers, and a builder left over. And I'm pretty certain that this blocker pickup is for background fixing, because I think we are abusing it. Yeah, in earlier versions. Yeah, to have a pretty background in the level. So yeah, as you can see with the time marker. And also the fact that I was able to save 1 more than the requirement. Alrighty, so with the completion of the gold rank, we have reached the final rank, which is platinum, or platinum, yeah. And so next time we will start the first 10 levels. So with this, hope you enjoyed the video of the Lemmings Hall of Fame level solving commentary, and I'll see y'all next time.